Hey everyone, welcome back to another SAT math video. This is a question from the official 2024 practice test 5. It is linked in the description below for you to follow along. Which expression is equivalent to 42a over k plus 42ak, where k is greater than 0? Okay, so the concept we would need for this problem is basically how to simplify expressions, right? Because ultimately that's what we need to do. We need to just simplify this expression, because if I look at all of the options beneath, right, we see that they are single fractions with base k, right? Every single one has some base k. So how can we go about simplifying this into one fraction? Well, if you remember, when you need to simplify fractions, the fractions must have the same base, right? For example, if we need to add up together 4/8 plus 1 over 2, notice that 2 is different than 8, right? So to simplify this two fractions and sum them up, we would need to multiply the numerator and the denominator of 1/2 such that the denominator becomes 8, right? 2 times what is equal to 8? 2 times 4 is equal to 8, right? And we are basically multiplying this whole fraction by 1, right? Because 4 over 4 is 1. So we're not changing the magnitude of the fraction. We're not changing this number in any other way except how it looks, right? Otherwise, mathematically, it is equivalent to the same original number, right? So that's just a kind of a concept that will be helpful maybe later on when you start doing more math-heavy work, maybe in like physics, IB physics, or like AP Calc, etc. Right? So then that becomes 4 over 8 plus 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8, right? So that is then equal to 8 over 8, and whoa, that is equal to 1, right? So there's our fun little example. Let's do it for the actual problem now, right? So 42a over k plus 42 ak, right? So how can we get k on the denominator for this term? Well, we do the exact same thing as we did in the problem. We multiply it by 1. In this case, we're going to multiply it by k over k, right? K over k is just 1, remember? So now we will have a k in the denominator and another k in the numerator, right? So if we rewrite again, we will have 42a over k and then plus 42ak times k, and that will be 2k's times each other, which will be ak squared, right? So we will have 42ak squared over k, right? And now we can simplify them even further. So what we're going to do now is we will have a 42a plus 42ak squared all over k, right? So we have one part down, we have the over k part down. Now we need to figure out which one of these makes sense, right? So if you notice, we need to basically factor, right? So right off the bat, I can eliminate 84 whatever and 84 that, because where the heck does 84 come in? They would try to trick you and be like, oh, maybe I can add 42a plus 42ak squared. No, you would be cooked. You would get that wrong because you can't add these. These are not like terms. This is a and this is ak squared. You cannot add these, but you can factor them, right? So how do we factor them? We find the common term. 42a is common to this term. 42a is common to this term. So then we will be left with 42a multiplied by what do we see here? This will be k squared, right? Because we kind of like get rid of that one. And then this will just be a 1. So that will be k squared plus 1 over k. Now you might be wondering, how the heck did I do that? So actually, I'm going to use a different color. But hopefully, if you got it by now, you can honestly just stop watching the video, because this is your answer, D, right here. But I'm just going to go into how I factored by basically undoing the factoring, right? Because when I factored, right, all I did was basically think to myself, okay, if I did it the other way around, right, to get 42ak squared, I would just multiply 42 by k squared, and then to just get 42a, I would multiply 42a times 1, right? So that's kind of what factoring is in reverse. All you have to do is find the common number or number and variable between one or more terms, and then bring that common number out. And then by bringing it out, what I mean by that is you divide each term by that common factor, right? So that's a little review on factoring. You definitely need that in the SAT, but this is what you will need for this question. That's all you need, just to basically understand how to simplify fractions and then do a little bit of factoring at the end. That's it for this video. Again, everything that I cover is linked in the description below, and you can download it either from my Google Drive or the official College Board site. You can also check out Khan Academy and some of the other links in the description for cool ways to learn. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I messed up this end, but it's okay. The algorithm will bless me. Thank you.